Is formerly Lee Park, now Emancipation Park. This is the southwest corner of the park, and this is where many of the alt-right left when the illegal assembly had been called. Richard Preston, a KKK grand wizard, was approximately where you see those X's on the crosswalk, right about there. And you can tell that from there's about 2 or 3 videos of him firing a shot at Corey Long. Now the state police, so the headline was, man fires a shot, walks by police, and nobody does a thing. There were 3 police forces, at least 3, state, city, and military police. The police force that was right here were state police. They had the like hunter orange vests on, reflective vests on. They were Virginia State Police. They had a line right about here across the road to block people, and their job was to block this street, and their job was to look straight ahead, not to engage any of the pedestrians. And that's where another complaint was that something happened and the police just looked right past it. When somebody asked for help, they looked right through them. Those were state police. So on the video you'll see the line of state police about right here. And that's an important distinction as to who did what. So right behind that bush there was what people call the flamethrower on the steps, and I'll go over there in just a second, which in my younger days was a can of hairspray. We used to do that. So the visibility was blocked by that bush right there. But the state police, whose job it was to observe and to block, had, under the circumstances, virtually a fairly clear line of sight to the position of Richard Preston, which once again was right where those X's are. Now, their attention should not have been distracted, or they should not have been distracted by the can of hairspray, because they couldn't see it through there. Now I'll go around the corner. And these are the steps down which the alt-right came. Now the place where I put the X's is important, first of all, for the positioning of Richard Preston. And right here behind the metal barrier, state police, were 2 state troopers. I was approximately 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 of those crosswalk strips, and that's the south, that's the southern direction, to the south of Richard Preston. And I moved a little bit to my left, which would bring me probably not quite to the middle of the intersection. And I was filming these state police, and 2 of the troopers who were right about in this position pointed at me, which was odd, because normally they made no move whatsoever to do anything, and I didn't really take note of that because my attention had been focused on Corey Long. But in retrospect, what I suspect is they actually did see the shot. They had to. That was their job, is to look virtually straight ahead, right across like this. There was no way they could have missed that shot. And for whatever reason, they just ignored it. And when they noticed that I was filming this, they noted that to each other. And all this you will see on the video that I shot. It's close to the, it's at the end of number 3 and the beginning of number 4 of Kessler Rally.